Let's get cooking. We're going to start with the Arkansas Senate race in District 13 again by random drawing. The first to speak, Brandon Overly. Right there, Brandon, just grab that microphone, and when you start talking, Bob Durgers will start the timer. You're on.
My name is Brandon Overly. I'm running as the Democratic candidate for State Senate, District 13. I chose to run because I think Arkansas deserves better. When I'm elected as your state senate, I want to fight for quality education for all. We're blessed here in Garland County to have some great public schools and partnerships with National Park College, but not all counties are the same. They're not all created equally, and as your state senate, I want to fight for those to lift the education up in the state. Second, as your state senate, I want to fight to eradicate hunger in the state. As you know, Arkansas's #1 industry is agriculture, but yet 1 in 4 of our children are going to sleep tonight hungry. So I want to fight to eradicate hunger. Third, as your state senate, I want to work to create quality jobs, to help lift the poverty level, the rising poverty level, even though we remain at a relatively low unemployment rate. The poverty level continues to rise. Roughly 26% of our children live in poverty today. Fourth, as your state senator, I want to mitigate the effects of global warming. We're all going to be affected by that. The Arkansas Game and Fish has already concluded that we're going to be affected by it. Our top 3 industries are agricultural, timber, and tourism, which are all affected by climate. We have to take a stance today, and we have to stop that mitigation immediately. And finally, I think I'm doing good on the time. And finally, as your state senator, I want to fight the rising health costs. Both insurance and prescriptions are too high, and we have to do something to fight those. Again, I'm Brandon Overly. I'm running for State Senate District 13 because I think Arkansas deserves better. Thank you.
Next up for District 13, the incumbent Senator Alan Clark.
Well, first, thank Farm Bureau, National Park College, the Student Government Association for having this forum for us. And especially thank my lovely wife, Jana, and my high school sweetheart for putting up with me for the last 40 years and everything that she takes care of so that I can put in the 80, 90 hours a week that we put in to help children and families in this district. In my other job, I'm the Vice President and COO of Clark's Building Materials out of Westinghouse Drive. I've been there from the beginning, 47 years ago. And there I've learned about burdensome government regulations, how taxes affect the economy, how to budget in good times and bad, and how to make a payroll. I'm proud that I've kept every promise that I made, and it's one of the reasons that I'm the only candidate in the race endorsed by Arkansas Right to Life and by the NRA, where I have an A+, by Governor Huckabee, Governor Hutchinson, Lieutenant Governor Griffin, Senator Bozeman, and a host of others. My staff tells me that I have more constituent work than any other senator. That's partly because I average attending over 4 events a week in the district, and I have my cell number on my cards. This is besides chairing Senate Judiciary, the Child Welfare Legislative Oversight Committee, the Education Caucus, and recently finished chairing the Water Provider Task Force. I'm most proud of my work in education, where we work on school choice, and especially on reading and literacy. And our 4th grade reading proficiency in the last few years is up from 31% to 41%. A shout out to our K-12 educators in the room. We have some of the best in the state and the best in the world. And I'm also proud of my work on child welfare, where we passed over 20 bills, including creating the Legislative Oversight Committee, where there was no oversight. We created an ombudsman to investigate child welfare cases and advocate for children, allow legislators to observe child welfare cases, and made it possible for workers to close a case in 15 minutes if they see that they can, versus spending 2 weeks wasting taxpayer money and bothering families. I also voted to cut taxes by $600 million a year.
That's time,
$200 million in transformation. I appreciate your vote on March 3rd.
I thought that I was the moderator, and now it dawns on me that National Park College has set me up as the bad guy. I can't believe it. didn't dawn on me before now. Next in the race for District 13 is Jeff Crow.
Good evening, and thank you for the opportunity to introduce myself, and thank you to Garland County Farm Bureau and Student Government Association for hosting this event. Thank all of you voters who come out and to express an interest in what goes on at the polls. And you know, it's so important that you're engaged and informed as you go to the polls. For 37 years, I've had the privilege to wear many different uniforms in service to my country, to my state, and to my community. I've worn the uniform of a United States Marine. I served 25 years active in the reserve, retiring at the rank of Sergeant Major. I had the opportunity to serve my country in Kuwait and Desert Storm in Iraq and Iraqi freedom. Very proud to have the opportunity to serve my nation. I've worn the blue uniform of an Arkansas State Trooper, working the highways and the communities here in District 13. Before that, I had the opportunity to wear the green uniform of an Arkansas Wildlife Officer. And that was where I started my career in law enforcement. And it's also the time in my career that I started my pathway to lifelong learning. And that started here at National Park in 1987. And 3 significant things happened to me here at National Park. And part of some of the most impactful things that happened to me in my professional life and my personal life, number one is this is where I received my associate's degree in criminal justice. But it also set me on the path to be a lifelong learner. And so this is where I started the process to go on to finish my bachelor's degree and my graduate degree. This is where I was inspired to do that. But most importantly, what I received from National Park College is I met my wife here. And so 30 years ago, our journey together started right here. So this is a very special place to me. I want to say that for 37 years, I've served my country with honor, courage, and commitment.
That's time, Mr. Crowe.
Thank you.
Thank you.